welcome back to Creative Care. Today I have a 45-minute mat class for you. It's a beginner to intermediate level, and it's going to be a full body workout. You don't need any props, all you need is your mat. And let's get started. We're going to begin on our backs in a supine position. As I exhale, I'm going to curl my chin to my chest. My eyes are going to look through my knees, and I'm going to slide my fingertips forward on the mat, finding a slight abdominal curl. And then I'm going to inhale as I return down. Exhale, roll up. Really scooping out the belly. And then inhale to release. A few more like that. Just warming up the deeper abdominals. Bringing some movement to the spine. And every time I lift the chest up, I'm trying to get the bottom edge of my shoulder blades lifted away from the mat. Let's take that one more time. And now we're going to add on. So every time I take my chest lift, I'm going to bring my knees to a tabletop position. So as I exhale, I'm lifting the chest, I'm scooping out the belly, lifting the knees right above the hips, and then I'm going to inhale, set my feet down as the head lowers. Every time I lift up, my goal is to keep a 90-degree angle behind my knee joint. So I'm lifting and lowering the legs from the crease of my hips, and that's going to encourage me to use my low abdominals. Lowering down. Let's take that 4 more times. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, lift. Good. I'm going to keep my legs at tabletop, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. From here, I'm going to flex my ankles. As I exhale, I'm going to take my chest lift. I'm going to reach my right leg straight out in front of me, as low to the floor as I can comfortably. As I inhale, I'm going to roll the head, neck, and shoulders down and bend that knee in. And I'm going to take that on the other side. Exhale, lengthen out, roll up. Inhale to bend and release. Exhale, up. Inhale, release. Alternating from side to side each time. If you ever begin to feel tension in your lower back, you can reach that leg a little bit higher. You don't have to be too close to the floor for this to be effective. A 45-degree angle is more than enough, but if you have the ability to hover your heel off of the floor, that's great. Let's do that one more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hug your knees into your chest just for a moment. Give yourself a rock from side to side. We have a little more core work here. Just taking a moment to release any tension in the neck and shoulders. Giving your lower back a little massage into the mat. And then I'm going to bring my legs back to tabletop position. Arms are by my side, palms face down. I'm still actively flexing my ankles. And now we're going to do the same thing, reaching the leg out, but now we're going to do both legs at the same time. So as I exhale, I'm going to roll up, reach both legs out. Inhale, roll down, bend the knees in. And now that we're using both legs, you're not going to lower the legs quite as far down. You always want to make sure that we're not creating any tension in the lower back. Encourage the belly button to pull in and back towards your spine. And my eyes are looking at my toes every time I roll up. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. This is 3. 2. Last one, I'm going to roll up and hold. Shoulder blades are lifted away from the floor, scissoring the legs. One leg lifts, the other leg lowers for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest, lower the head, give yourself a gentle rock. One more time. Excellent. From here, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. So we're in an all fours position. And I'm going to bring my legs all the way together. And you can decide for yourself if you would like the toes to be lengthened or if you want to tuck the toes under. Either is fine. But the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. There's a very slight bend in my elbows, so I'm not hyperextending my elbow joint. I'm thinking of bringing my shoulder blades together in my back, so my neck is lengthened away from my shoulders. And then from here, we're going to go into some tail wags. So I'm going to take an inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to bring my right rib to my right hip. I'm going to look towards my toes as I slide them over to the right. And then I'm going to inhale and come back to center. Exhale, take that on the other side, squeezing the left rib to the left hip. Toes shift over to the left as I turn my head to look at the feet. And then I'm coming back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. So every time I exhale, I'm thinking of engaging the oblique muscles in the side body. I should feel a little bit of tension in the space between my rib and my pelvis. And I like to turn the head, so not only am I getting some rotation into the neck, but it also helps me find a deeper engagement in my side body. Let's do one more each side. Last one. And then we're going to lie down on our side. So I'm going to prop myself up on my elbow. This is a more advanced position. If you would like to, you can lie all the way down propped on your elbow or with your arm extended. But I'm going to bring myself up on my forearm so that I can encourage my side body to stay engaged. You want to make sure that you're not sinking down towards your mat. So I'm actively lifting my side body away from the floor, fist or flat hand is fine, whatever feels better for you. I'm going to bring my free hand on top of my hip, and the knees are bent and stacked on top of each other right in front of your hips. From here, if you feel like you can't stabilize your torso and you're rolling forward or back, you can always bring this hand down onto the mat, but I'm going to keep mine on my hip. And we're going to do a little bit of glute work. So as I exhale, I'm going to keep my heels connected, open the top knee towards the sky, and then inhale to close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. And every time I open this knee, I'm being aware that my top hip isn't rolling backwards. So I'm keeping my hip and my shoulder stacked over my right side. Two more like this. Last one. And now from here, we're going to go into internal rotation with our hips. So the knees are going to stay touching, and I'm going to open my top heel towards the sky as high as I can. It's going to be a pretty small movement for most people, and then I lower that heel down. Exhale to open. Inhale to release. And again. You'll notice that I'm pausing at the top just for a moment, giving some time for that muscle in the hip to engage. And I'm also lowering the foot down just as slow as I lift. So there's equal control when I'm coming out of the action as there is when I'm going into the action. Let's take two more. Exhale. Last one. And now we're going to combine those movements. So I'm going to start in a clam, lifting my knee, and now I'm going to lift my leg up high as I rotate in to tap the knees together. And then I'm going to lift up and tap the heels. So we're going in to internal and external rotation. And as I switch from one position to the next, my whole torso is staying still. So I'm really working hard using my core, using my obliques, my arm, to stabilize the upper body as the lower body works. Almost there. Keep breathing. Make sure that you're not sinking into that supported elbow. Last set. And I'm going to lengthen my top leg out long, lifted just to hip height. My heel is flexed and my toes are pointing straight forward. As I inhale, I'm going to kick the leg forward. And then I'm going to take the leg back. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest and reach out. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. If you feel any crunching or popping in the hip, make your action smaller. By now you should be feeling a nice burn in the glutes and the hip. Two more. Last one.